Donald Trump issued a blanket pardon of January 6th prisoners, right? Now, the controversy here was because J.D. Vance said, I believe in the debate with Tim Walz, it may have been in an interview, I don't remember, but J.D. Vance said that he did not support a pardon of violent offenders on January 6th. Well, Donald Trump issued a blanket pardon for all of them. It was thousands of them, and it was over 1,000 of them. And it was obviously controversial. People are losing their minds about this. And, well, okay, I'll tell you how I feel. Here's how I feel. I do not believe, under normal circumstances, that the people who are convicted of violent crimes, vandalism, or theft should have been pardoned. However, these were not normal circumstances. You had people. Now, obviously, it goes without saying the people that just walked into the Capitol, the people who just were at the Capitol and never even set foot in it and did years for trespassing. I'm talking violent crimes like assault on police officers. I'm talking vandalism. I'm talking theft. 3 very specific, easily definable crimes. On paper, no, I don't believe those people should have been pardoned. However, you have to look at the nuance of this situation. There's a little bit more context than did he hit a cop or did he not. Whatever the, maybe, let me think about how to say this. Maybe pardoning these violent criminals was not the way to go. Maybe commuting their sentences was, like Biden did with murderers and pedophiles. Maybe that was the way to go. But at the same time, what you have to realize is a lot of these people were bullied into plea deals after being held in prison as political prisoners for years. So these are not the normal circumstances I was referring to. These were people that got their rights as American citizens absolutely trampled on. They should have come across the border illegally. They might have had better luck. But they got their rights as American citizens absolutely trampled on for 4 years. They were the subject of a federal witch hunt. Who knows if these people actually committed violent crimes? So J.D. Vance said he supported looking at these on a case-by-case basis and issuing the pardons that way. Donald Trump issued a blanket pardon. My opinion, what happened here is they came into office. They said, okay, this is going to take a lot of time and a lot of money. If we're going to pardon all of these people on a case-by-case basis, let's do an individual blanket pardon. They've all pretty much served the time for the worst of the things they've done. Just be done with it. We'll get it over with early. We'll take all the negative heat in the press from it early, and it'll be done in 6 months. Nobody will even be thinking about it. So that's what I think the play was here. I think they realized when they got there that was going to be a huge, huge time crunch, and they don't exactly have a lot of time. Like I said, you got about 2 years to get the best parts of your, the most, the boldest parts of your agenda completed. So they realized we don't have a lot of time. We don't want to spend this money. Let's blanket pardon all of them. They've done 3 to 4 years each. They've sat in prison with no bail, no attorney. They've been terrorized, had their rights set on fire in front of them. They've all served enough time. Let's end it. Let's end it and let's move on. And I think that was the right thing to do under these circumstances. Now, had they actually gotten a fair trial, had they not been political prisoners who sat in prison for years and weren't allowed to have an attorney, couldn't have bail, blah, 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 that would be a different story. But that was not the case. These people all there were absolutely people who did stupid things, and those people should have served time. But they all collectively got railroaded by a politicized Department of Justice, and that's the important thing to realize here. So I don't have a problem with what he did. You see, I criticize him, and then I compliment him on something that's a little bit more controversial. You see how balanced this show is? Can you think of a more moderate, independent show than That's Based with Caleb Salvatore? Have you ever seen one yourself? Has there ever been a more moderate, independent show than ours?
Well, this is really the only show I listen.
Well, you listen to Just Jossing Around.
That's true.
What's your favorite episode of that show?
The one where she talks about you.
Oh, yes. The one where she wrongfully accused me of using a slur that I did not use and someone else did, and then they continued to refer to me as the one who used the slur. Is that the one you're talking about? I think that might have been the most viewed episode. if I'm not mistaken. Because people were wanting to see what they were saying about me. I'm glad I could give them attention. That was a 30-minute segment on that show. We're going to dedicate 30 seconds to her right here. And I already feel like a jackass for doing that because I'm wasting my audience's time. But I'm obviously important enough to dedicate 30 fucking minutes for something I didn't actually say to an entire segment on a show. So that's how important we are here. Do you see how we're changing hearts and minds over here, Mia? We're doing positive things here at That's Based with Caleb Salvatore. We really are.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.